It's Saturday. And I was listening to all the news coverage of of the Charlie Kirk killer. And one thing I noticed that keeps being said is that I'm right here. I'm just laying down playing a game on my phone. One thing I keep hearing is that the domestic terrorists in America are young white men. Mm. Now, y'all remember, and even Charlie Kirk was saying, black men were the reasons for gun violence in America. That's what he said. They're playing it all over social media, the news, all of that, praising him, saying that he was to be worshipped and praised in posthumously, like Martin Luther King, even though he really talked down about Martin Luther King and his role for freedom and racial justice. But y'all know there was a shooting the same day that Charlie Kirk got shot, right? And that shooting involved a young white male. Now, I'm starting to get suspicious. And I mean, something, what are y'all, white people, what are y'all gonna do about y'all young white men that y'all are teaching how to? And first of all, I like Tyler, whatever his name is. I learned how to shoot a rifle. My first lesson in shooting a rifle was off the back porch. Mm-hmm. I was also a sharpshooter in the Army. I missed it by 2 points. The next one up. But I was taught how to shoot a rifle off my back porch. Mm-hmm. So I really can't say nothing. What is his name? Tyler Christopher. I really can't say nothing bad about, being raised up with guns. But evidently, young white men, I'm from Tennessee, young white men, those savages that keep those domestic terrorists that just keep on killing people, going through school shootings at schools. Mm. I mean, what is going on? What is going on? Why are these young white men killing folks in America in mass? What is that about? But everybody, I just keep hearing it. I just keep hearing it over and over again about that Tyler Christopher. His granny said, "We don't know no Democrats. We only know Republicans." Now, wait a minute. I know she ain't saying that young white Republicans are domestic terrorists. I'm sure that's not what she could be saying. The point is, you see how I just racially profiled young white men? Young black men have been enduring that for years in this country. hmm And so I don't know what we need to do about it. What is America going to do about its young white men and their propensity to kill, especially masses of people? Huh? Hey, Blooming Day. Brian, I'm an atheist. I don't pray. Now back to the situation at hand. What are we going to do about our mass shootings committed by young white men? Oh, okay. We have a problem, America. We have an epidemic of young white men taking people out. One tried to take out Rump. One went down there to Nancy Pelosi's house and beat her husband almost to death. One went up there in Minnesota and killed a Democratic representative and her husband, and shot another representative and his wife. Now, America, we got a problem. We need to figure out what to do about young white men that keep doing these mass shootings. It's an epidemic. hmm I mean, now I can't blame that Tyler Christopher's family for showing him how to shoot, because my daddy shot. He taught me how to shoot off the back porch. Mm. But I haven't went out here and just taken the lives of anybody, for that matter. Even when I was deployed, I didn't take anyone's life. But this needs to be studied. We need to study. I mean, how many more of the young white men, how many more are going to have to be apprehended? So, and then some of them, they too much of a coward to even be arrested. Now they said Tyler Christopher told his daddy he wasn't gonna turn himself in. He would rather take his own life. Now, I can't. One thing I can't stand are cowards. That was a song, one of Tupac's albums. The guy said, "A coward dies 1,000 deaths. A soldier only dies but once." Now you done went down there and took that at Charlie Kirk's life, and you don't even want to face. You know, now that is what's criminal. You want to be big and bad enough to take somebody's life, but you don't want to deal with the consequences and the repercussions of your actions. Now that's crazy. The next thing I want to talk about is that thing up there. What's that boy name? Child, what is his name? The little bitty short man down to the FBI. Cash Patel. You done fired all those FBI agents because of your dear leader. And you ain't got the sense God gave a goat. You can't, for some reason, you can't seem to keep your mouth shut. That's another sorry, sad case. You 2 times, count them, 1, 2 times they apprehended somebody in the shooting of Charlie Kirk. And you running your mouth on Twitter, and you had to go back twice and say we had to let that person go. Now, Glenn Kirshner here on YouTube says that that's going to be a problem when they go to court with Tyler Christopher and in the unaliving of Charlie Kirk, because how do you know it's not the other 2 people that you let go? You know, y'all did have 2 former suspects before Tyler. When I tell you incompetent, I mean incompetent. Dude, you should have, and you weren't even in Utah when all that kicked off. You should have stayed where you was at, or stayed down to the Vegas where you always at anyway. Oh, let's talk about the government shutdown that the Republicans are trying to put on Democrats. Shut it the fuck down. Shut it down, Democrats. They got control of the House and Senate. If they can't pass they damn resolution, their continuing resolution, shit on them. Let it shut it down. Don't give them a vote to do a goddamn thing. I don't give a fuck. Chuck Schumer, you and that damn Hakeem Jeffries better get some nuts to go, guts to go with them nuts. Let them shut down the government. I know one thing. If Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries gives them any type of votes, remember they got the House and the Senate. Let them pass their own legislation. Oh, but y'all can't because y'all need the Democrats. I wouldn't give them shit. I wouldn't even give them toilet paper to wipe their ass with, bruh. Don't give them nothing. Don't give them a damn vote, Democrats. Stop being stupid. We need to start. We need to get ready to replace Hakeem and Chuck Schumer anyway, because they ain't for the people. They no, they ain't for the people. Even Hakeem, fuck Hakeem. Tired of his bitch ass too. If you not gonna fight, then we gonna fire your ass. And both of them jokers need to be fired. Don't give them one damn vote. Shut down the damn government. Let them figure out a way to pass their own shit. They got control. That's them children outside, y'all. But back to my main subject. Savages, young white men of America. You need to be on the lookout because you don't know. Now that thing that did that shooting in Denver, that shot them children, he turned the gun on himself. Didn't I say? See, a lot of them do that. You want to kill other people, and you too much of a coward to meet your fate and carry your ass to prison. You want to snuff out other people's lives, but you too damn shaky to go spend the rest of your life in jail. Ain't that some shit? That's crazy. Cowards. Can't respect them. Especially that one up there in the White House giving out talking about giving out Medal of Honor for Charlie Kirk. That motherfucker ain't served this country. And it's almost funny, but not. They asked Fulio how was he doing after the death of Charlie Kirk. I'm doing well. I'm fixing up the White House. Child, now here's the thing. Charlie Kirk's wife, you know what? I wouldn't let them. I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't let these people use my husband's death the way they're using it. All this is pomp and circumstance. And I just wouldn't. They are not only making a bag, but they are, girl, they don't care about the death of your husband. They're using it for political gain. Ain't that sad? Uh, that's crazy. That's crazy. That reporter asked him, "How are you doing this today, sir, following the death of Charlie Kirk?" And that motherfucker said, "Oh, I'm doing great." Oh, Lord. He said, "Oh, I'm doing great." And another thing, I'm sick of y'all in social media talking about comparing Trump to President Obama. Well, President Obama did this. Trump's not doing it. And he's not. He's not on this, he's not on that level. And I don't know why y'all keep thinking Trump is supposed to be, honey, he's a fool. Well, President Obama did this, and Trump is not in the lead. Hi, Navon Mellinger. Trump is not in the league of President Obama. And it's not just because he's black. You have, hey, Love Blake, you have other white men that have contributed. Hey, Tala Muhammad, you have other white men that Trump is not on the level of. Okay, so it ain't just about Obama being black. Can I ask y'all a question? Why Trump won't let his college transcripts be shown? His medical records, his IRS records. Everything is a secret. No, I'm not Muslim. I'm actually a Christian. I just told that other fool that I was an atheist because they were asking me and saying stupid shit. No, I'm not a Muslim. I don't got a problem with Muslims either. But I do got a problem with young white men that are savages that like to go and kill people in these United States of America. I'm actually sick of it. What about them? What about young black men? Young black men aren't out here taking out people at large amounts at one time. Keep up with the program, damn it. The subject is young white men being savages, taking out mass of people. I answered your question. And speaking of Muslims, I don't care. I don't care what you talk about. Speaking of Muslims, the Fourth Amendment has just been squashed. Oh, you smell racism? Y'all forgot about the Muslim ban that Trump put out in his first term. And now he's over there talking shit about Zoran Mondami because he's a Muslim. And getting ready to draw up some little pissy ass executive order talking about America and Christianity. America was built on religious freedom. See, that's why I told y'all earlier the statement I made. King Cankles, doesn't have the mental bandwidth to wrestle or go up against Barack Obama, because for some reason you people, and including him, people that think like him, don't y'all realize that America was created on religious freedom? I'm a Christian, but I don't try to oppress others that are not Christians. I don't have a problem with atheists. I don't have a problem with Jewish people. I don't have a problem with anybody else believing in the God that they want to believe in, because it's none of my business. It's none of it for real. But I mean, Fulio, I don't. You know what? It's sad that America is headed by somebody so pathetic and stupid in the head, and that's why he's trying to rewrite history, because he says so much dumb shit, and nobody checks him on it. Just dumb. So they gonna be tapping your phone and going through your this and that, trying to see if you're anything else but a Christian. When it's none of your business on who else people pray to. Mind your damn business. But they ain't doing nothing but setting up. Oh, I forgot. I need to talk about this. Memphis. Oh, Memphis. So they getting ready to send the National Guard to Memphis. Ain't that something? Oh, because Chicago said, bring your ass, bring it on. Chicago said, oh, and he really made a U-turn and said, well, we're not going to Chicago just now. We're going to Memphis. Why y'all ain't going to Chicago? Mm, mm, mm. Ain't that crazy? You said no one is right. No one is asking about the size of diapers he's wearing. Some it's extra large, but in the junk area, it's flat. It's that wide load in the back and all that shit that he just. Girl, don't get me started talking about that big old fat white dumb ass white man with all that damn makeup and tanning lotion and bronzer that ain't being ooh child. But I don't hate him though, because I refuse to let that devil keep me from going to heaven. But I am gonna drag, just like I tell my aunt. She say, you can't get caught up in the hate of Donald Trump. No, but I'm gonna drag his big fat ass. Mm-hmm. I'm waiting on DHL to bring me my next package. I just said I was gonna come in here and take a break because I have been working on my other channels. But keep your head on the swivel, black folks, brown folks. Keep your head on the swivel when you see these young white men. Girl, did y'all see Tyler Christopher? And I hope that's his name. Did y'all see him hobbling down the street before the shooting and running down the back way afterwards? I and y'all know that's crazy. Nobody, that's crazy. Nobody was paying attention enough to see that that young white man had that rifle in his pants. Y'all couldn't tell that? Girl, please. When they showed the video of that, I was like, you got to be shitting me. That's why I say you need to keep your eyes peeled for these young white men because they are child. Mm-mm. They can't wait to go and kill up them some folks. Ain't that crazy? They say his father don't want to answer the phone. He's embarrassed. But and you know what? Then they also talking about his family like a damn dog. The news is, I was like, well, shut your mouth. They talking about that boy family like that. Talking about his grandmother. I mean, wow, that's crazy. They is really talking about that boy family. And these is good old white folks. I'm sure he ain't gonna answer the phone and the door and ain't got the TV on either. Them is good old American white folks that y'all talking about. Charlie Kirk's killer was not black, was not a brown person, he wasn't Hispanic, he wasn't Muslim. He was a young, white, well to do young man. He wasn't liberal. His family, his grandmother told y'all they didn't know any Democrats. So Nancy Mace with your that lady right there, Nancy Mace is crazy. She is mentally unstable, y'all. Democrats are gonna have to own this. It's the lunatic leftist that shot Charlie Kirk. Then she over there after they found out it was a young white man. Well, Charlie Kirk would want us to pray for him. Oh, is that right? Charlie would want y'all to pray for his killer, y'all. Y'all heard Nancy say that. We don't want to hear no shit about it. We don't want to hear no shit from the good Southern Baptist white people. And you know what? To be honest with you, Americans, it is more that brings us together than more than what separates us. I'm talking about race today because that's what y'all talk about. That's what Trump, the dog whistles. That's what the right, the conservatives, all they talk about is race and what black folks ain't what black folks ain't good enough. All that shit. But every time we turn the damn lens around, We are looking at a young white man that's killing up folks by the mass. Keep your mouth off black folks and brown folks and Muslims and gay people and trans. Keep your mouth off of them. Because it's the young white men in America that are domestic terrorists.